Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Henderson, Kentucky. Bill Heath Field here on the banks of the Ohio River in I guess it's mostly middle western Kentucky, as the Full Count Rhythm will take on the Henderson Flash in Ohio Valley League action. This is Tim Reese on the Full Count Broadcast Network, back out on the road. It's been a minute since we've been on the road, but a little bit of issues getting the internet up and running today. But big thanks to Todd Neal, our internet consultant, for his availability, being ready and actually answering his phone, which I would have to say he has been all over it over the years that I've been depending on him. So appreciate his assistance and his support of Full Count Rhythm Baseball and the Full Count Ministries, as the coaches are meeting with our umpires, J.D. Arndt for the Henderson Flash and your Full Count Rhythm general manager and head coach, Josh Carman. The Flash are in first place by percentage points. It's 8-4 record. They've played 12 games. The Rhythm played 2 more. They are 9-5 after 14 games. The Flash ended yesterday a 6-game losing streak. They won game 1 of the doubleheader against the Hoptown Hoppers and then lost in game 2. The Rhythm are on a 2-game winning streak. We'll be right back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. Thanks for joining me on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visitors, Full Count Rhythm. 9-5. Head coach Josh Carman, assisted by Jimmy Gamboa, Jonah Smithson, and Carson Howard. Lou DeLessio will lead off. He'll play center field. Batting second, the DH tonight, John Paul Head. Jake Turr at second base, batting third. Jake Merrick at third base. He's going to hit cleanup Trey Simmons behind the plate. Bats fifth. Nolan Sargent out in right field. Batting sixth, the 7-hole hitter is Blake Carter playing first base. Parker Staborski out in left field hitting eighth, and batting ninth, Cade Moore playing shortstop on the mound for Full Count. Chase Fernandez, incoming freshman to Trevecca Nazarene University, and his parents are here as Nana's here, and Alex's brother's not here. Lex and Jennifer, his parents. Nana from Laverne is in the house here at the Flash Stadium. Chase is a 6'2", 210-pound right-hander, attended Stewart's Creek High School. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee. And he will face the Henderson Flash lineup. And it goes like this. Leading off, playing shortstop, Brady Gold. Second baseman Aiden Mouton is batting second. Connor Bowden, don't call me Bowden, is in center field batting third. Christian Kuiper, cleanup hitter, plays first base. Hayden Jones at third, batting fifth. Andrew Lee behind the plate, batting sixth. Levi Thomas is the DH. He'll hit seventh. Batting eighth is Drew Eisenberg, playing left field, and batting ninth, playing right field, Jake Dupree. And on the mound for the Flash, Alex Brew is a redshirt freshman from Lee University, from Cleveland, Tennessee. Fernandez will get, I believe it is his second start. It's his third appearance. Got an appearance the other night in relief. 5 2/3 innings of mound time. He's only given up 1 hit, has not allowed a run, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, has plunked 3 batters, but a 0 ERA for the young right-hander. Rhythm will be back home tomorrow to take on the Hoptown Hoppers. Seem to be righting their ship after an 0 and 8 or 0 and 9 start. So Rhythm have been to Henderson once this year. It ended a 6-5 loss, as the Flash ended up walking that off in the bottom of the ninth after full count, came back and tied the game with a couple of runs late in that contest. But then I think it was 3 straight hits that the Flash collected there in the bottom of the ninth, as the starting lineups are being announced here at Bill Heath Field. Trying to find there it is, the Henderson Flash 6-5 loss. After that loss, the Rhythm had a 2-game short little stint winning streak, 7-5 over Hoptown at home, and then the 11-5 22 hit onslaught at Madisonville. Then went on a 3-game losing streak, all 3 of those games at home. 2 of those the last 2 days of kids camp, 2-1 loss to Paducah, an 11-7 loss to Fulton. Had a game at Henderson here a week ago that was postponed, and I believe that is going to be made up on July. Let me see if that is the 6th. We'll be back up here for a doubleheader. July 6th is a doubleheader at Paducah. July 9th is on a Wednesday, will be a doubleheader here at Henderson. So the Rhythm going to have to bolster some pitching for that week. Play the 6th, 7th, off on the 8th, and back at it for a doubleheader on the 9th, Wednesday, the 10th, 11th, 12th, before another off day on Sunday, the 13th. Rhythm trying to become the first team to 10 wins with a 9-5 record. And it is national anthem time. We will take a break and be right back.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And the national anthem sung here at Bill Heath Field inside a city park here in Henderson, Kentucky. 315 down the lines, 340 in the alleys, 370 to dead center field. Jackson Cothran hit his first home run of the year. It was his first hit of the year. The last time we were here, as you see, somebody's throwing out the first pitch. Young lady, she's going to move up now and almost went down. First pitch being thrown here at the Henderson Flash City Park to Andrew Lee, the catcher. We're hoping that our cameras will not focus as much on the netting tonight. See people checking in already. Tim Ferguson. Hey, I know him. This time I know you, Tim. He's our public address announcer at home games. He's the voice of the rhythm at Drake's Creek number 3. Paula Sims checking in. Let's go rhythm. Casey Lynn says hello. Jay Myers saying hello to Casey. Hey, we just provide the stream there. Question is Tim Ferguson going to be with us all night long? I'm going to say no. He'll read about it in the papers tomorrow, or he can find out when we get back to the rhythm section up at Drake's Creek Park in the press box. I think Jerry Wallace will be back with us, our stand-in scorekeeper, one more time before Ken Stegall gets back from his vacation. We'll have a home game on Monday, as I believe we are off. Come on, telephone, let's work today. We are off on, that's July I'm looking at. Not off on Sunday. Next Tuesday is the next off day. We're at Madisonville on the Lord's Day. Madisonville and then back home for Paducah. Pretty much every other day is when each team will play home and away. Vicky Maloney, superfan, says, let's go get a big win tonight. It is our bus driver, Steve's, birthday today, and he asked for a big win from the squad today as Lou D'Alessio takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. And we are underway. 6:35 p.m. Central Time. Game time temperature 86 degrees, and it feels like 90. Brought to you by Stitches by Cindy as D'Alessio's now down in the count 0-2. Lou has recently committed to St. Peter's University up in Jersey City, New Jersey. I don't even know where Old Jersey is. Probably right next to Old York. 1-2. Grounded right back to the pitcher. He's going to take his time and underhand to Kuiper for out number 1. So D'Alessio grounds out to lead off the ball game for full count. That'll bring up John Paul Head, hitting .489. Playing in his 14th game. It's the Rhythm's 15th. He's the DH tonight. Leading in most offensive statistic categories. Swings and misses at the first offering by Alex Brew, left-hander from Lee University. 3 home runs, 24 RBIs for John Paul from the University of Alabama, Birmingham. I asked him if he was on the Tennessee Baseball Coaches Association All-State team. Is that one's flied out of play? Will that get the truck parked down the right side? There's a race between an older man and a very young kid. And John Paul said, no, not in Tennessee, but I was in Alabama. I said, that's right. You're from Vestavia Hills, as he takes a 1-2 pitch outside. The deal was he was sitting right next to a couple of Farragut Admirals, and I had put him on Farragut's squad. 2-2 is high in a way, and he was not sure. Full Count Ministries, full count. Watching from Farragut, Suzanne Hall, the mother of Braylon Hall. Full count pitch is up, and that is a walk to John Paul Head, a category that he leads in. That's his 18th walk now in 13 plus games. He and Jake Merrick have been battling that one out for better part of the year. John Paul took a 2-walk lead. Chopper right back to Brew. He's going to go to second, takes the runner off the base. They get the out at first. John Paul head doesn't think he's safe, and he wandered off. The throw got down there, and somebody must have yelled, "Get back on the base." So now 2 outs as Turr grounds out 1 to 6 to 3, but only for an out. Now Merrick, the Jake Merrick version, playing third base. Farragut Admiral stands in, looks at a ball down low. So the Jake twins batting back to back, Jake Turr and Jake Merrick. Got to remember on those ground balls back to the pitcher to leave it on that camera angle. 1-0 pitch is down. Big looping breaking pitch. Parachutes over the plate for a called strike. So Brew plays for his hometown university, Lee University. He's from Cleveland, Tennessee, the hub of the universe. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to be a tough play. Hayden Jones makes the throw to retire Merrick. And no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. John Paul heads walk. No hits in the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first and take a look at Chase Fernandez when he comes out. Take on the Flash. We'll be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Chase Fernandez on the mound for the Full Count Rhythm, looking for his first decision. Not sure. I would assume he's on a pitch count. Incoming freshman at Trevecca Nazarene University. Looked really good in his previous outings. He's got 2 appearances prior to tonight. One was a start. Then he actually had another start scheduled, but came up ill that day. Logan Harrell had to make the emergency start that night. Then he got in, I think it was a couple games ago that Chase got in the ball game. Just pitched, I think, inning and 2/3. He's given up a total of 1 hit in his 5 2/3, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. He will face Brady Gold, Aiden Mouton, and Connor Bowden as the music. Why did that not finish that inning? We'll get to it. Bottom of the first, we're in. First pitch swung on and fouled straight back. I believe it was Brady Gold that had that big game. I think he hit 2 home runs for the Flash that night. Mendez Pumps another fastball as that gets by Trace Simmons. He's going to let the pitching coach, Logan Haslam, for the Henderson Flash come and get some exercise. He pitched last year, pitched in college at Willamette, my recollection. Brady Gold, check swing, fouls another one back. And so now we got a bat boy. It's going to come after that one. Old from Wofford University, hometown of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. He's also an incoming freshman. Breaking pitch stays inside. That's a sharp breaker. Gold playing in his 8th game of the year, hitting .292. 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball, AAA Autoglass foul ball. That gets out of play. Mike Harrell checking in on Facebook. Hola, amigos. Let's play Where's Waldo with Mike Harrell. Where's Mike Harrell today? Is he at home? Or is he in Boston? Or is he south of the border? Slider misses away. Well, the Full Count Ministries full count. Brad Swope doesn't have Casey's cell phone number, so he's using the Facebook post to communicate. And that's okay. We're here to provide a service. Brad Swope, the Full Count Rhythm trainer at home. There's a called strike and a Safeware strikeout to begin the bottom of the first inning. Gold knew that one as soon as he took it. First strikeout of the ball game as Aiden Mouton will check in. LSU Eunice, teammate of Eli Lamb. He's from Rayne, Louisiana. Mouton playing in his 9th game of the year. He takes a strike right down Broadway. Mike Harrell's at the Goodlettsville baseball tournament with 5 and 6 year olds. 0-1. It's down. Parker Staborski in left field. Lou D'Alessio in center. He's playing pretty deep. John Paul Head is not in right field. That is Nolan Sargent. Shielding his eyes. Called strike. Fernandez ahead. Now Jake Merrick at third. Cade Moore at short. Jake Turr at second base. Blake Carter at first as he's shading his eyes as well. Behind the plate, Trace Simmons catching Chase Fernandez. Ground ball to the third base line, but it is foul. Mouton hitting .419. 31 official plate appearances. He has 13 hits. His third on the Flash. Hayden Jones, the 5-hole hitter, is the most for the Flash. He's got 17. Mouton with 11. I'll make that 11 singles, 2 doubles, 9 RBIs. Sun shining right to my back. Pitcher and hitter in shaded areas. Actually shades right around. Another foul ball straight back. The top of Chase Fernandez is in the sun. His bottom half is in the shade. There's a big pole that Mouton is standing in the shade of. Tried to hold up. Let's see if he did. They checked down at first base, and first base umpire says he did. Well, the count moves with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had a good time with my buddy Zach Williams the other night on the rain delay, and then the follow-up victory for Full Count. Popped up on the right side. Blake Carter looks like he has room. And looking up high enough into the sky that he can make the catch for out number 2. So fisted was Mouton. Pops out to Carter in foul territory. The first 2 retired. Connor Bowden Center fielder, left-handed hitter. Uh-oh. They have changed their lineup. Well, that's no good. Where's my man Kevin at? They gave me the wrong lineup. Kuiper takes a called strike. PA man was even calling the wrong lineup out. On deck, Hayden Jones. He was supposed to be batting fifth. Good thing I brought the white out. Fernandez has a sign, and Roxon delivers down in the dirt, all natural surface here at Henderson, Kentucky. It to left field. It is on the line. Running catch in foul territory made by Parker Staborski out of your view, I believe. But it is catch made by Staborski. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the top of the second inning. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the second we go. Jonathan Smithson and the second week group that includes my son Wilson checking in Managua at the hotel. Still at the Best Western across the street from the airport, John, so that you can frogger across in the morning. Trace Simmons leading off, taps one right at the plate, comes up and hits him on his lower extremity. It'll be a foul ball. Now I'm going to have to check and see where everybody's playing. Kevin Patton, the official scorer, who gave me the lineup, is scrambling because he doesn't have it right. Jake Dupree is in right field. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And the first hit of the ball game belongs to Trace Simmons. Trace comes in hitting .235, playing in his 11th game. Now Nolan Sargent, left-handed hitting outfielder, steps in. Nolan in the transfer portal, throw over to first. Simmons back in time. Simmons does not have a stolen base attempt yet this year. Sargent hitting .214, playing in his 9th game of the year. He's got 6 hits, including a triple and 1 RBI. Looking to get healthy here. Pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Andrew Lee, the catcher. Drew Eisenberg in left, Connor Bowden in center of the throw over. I believe that is Hayden Jones. It is at third base. Brady Gold at short. And Aiden Mouton. So I have the defense correct. It's just the lineup. Alex Brew delivers lefty on lefty matchup. That's in there for a called strike. Ball and a strike. Brew in 10 in the third innings. 3 games pitched. 2 of those are starts. So this is his third start. Sargent tried to check his swing on an inside pitch. Could not hold up. He's 1-0 on the season as Alex Brew, giving up 13 hits, 10 runs, but only 3 of those are earned. So his defense has let him down. 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, has not plunked the batter yet. That gets by the catcher and 5 holes the umpire. Down to second base goes Simmons on the wild pitch. Two balls, 2 strikes. Have to check that, see if it was actually a wild pitch or a pass ball. It looked pretty close as that ball's fouled off. Go to game changer and follow the ball game. It may be a while though. Kevin Patton, I'm sure, is scrambling to get the lineup in. Another pitch in the dirt. This one blocked by Lee. And a full count Ministries, full count to Nolan Sargent. Brew delivers. Foul ball. That's going to catch, I think, our home plate umpire again, and ricochet off of Andrew Lee. Game changer still shows Simmons at first base. Maybe a delay there for a scorekeeper. I see him in the stands. It's ball 4. And the second walk of the ball game.
Now that number 4 went on.
Blake Carter stands in with 2 on, nobody out. Brew delivers outside, and time called as catcher wants to go out and have a confab. Let's see if I can. Trying to type. Gripping. All right, 1-0 pitch. That's going to catch a knees. Guessing on the outside corner. Get to the box score. That'll tell me the Henderson Flash lineup. Runner from second takes off. Pitch is in there, but catchable, but that'll be a pass ball as Lee is trying to throw it a little bit too soon. I say a pass ball. It's going to be a stolen base for Simmons. He was going, can't assume that Lee was going to throw him out. I would assume Sargent is also going to be credited with a stolen base. He is on my score sheet. And a ball and 2 runners now in scoring position. 2-1 pitch is down in the dirt. Brew struggling to find the plate. Chopped foul. There's a count full count Ministries, full count. Third one delivered by Alex Brew. Carter with a chance to give the Rhythm a lead. Chokes and pokes there. That will fall foul. Just tried to guard the plate. Dropped into center field. That's down and bobbled by Bowden. 2 runs will score, and there's the Framework Athletics first runs of the game, driven in by Blake Carter. And the Rhythm take a 2-0 lead.
Number 10, scores.
See how that one, it's definitely a single for Carter. The question is it 2 runs driven in? As Parker Staborski takes a called strike. Staborski from Catawba. Brew wondering where that pitch was. Two RBIs appear to be credited to Blake Carter on his dump into center field at the hollow of the knees for a called strike. Staborski with the international head nod of, I don't know about that one. I just don't know. A couple of hits in the inning with a walk, 2 runs in for full count, looking for more, nobody out. Swing and a miss on breaking pitch in the dirt. And just as I said that, of course, everybody on the superstitious bus says, well, broadcaster jinx there. I didn't swing the bat. I just merely stated a fact. Now there's 1 out. Cade Moore, the number 9 hole hitter, stands in. He cracks one foul toward the bathrooms. Throw over to first. Carter back on his belly. He does have 1 stolen base and 1 attempt. Moore third on the club and hitting at .316. He's got a dozen hits, including 2 doubles. He's not hit a home run yet as the slow breaking pitch lands down. Looks like Andrew Lee's been playing in the dirt a lot here in this ball game. A lot of the breaking pitches from Alex Brew have been down in the dirt, which can be effective, but you got to get it in the or near the zone to start with. 1-1 is high. That fastball sails up. Cade Moore at Trevecca Nazarene and Alex Brew at Lee. They're in the same league. Gulf South. Pretty sure Lee's in that group. Mike Harrell and Jonathan Smithson can let me know. Jonathan Huffam is rooting for the Rhythm. Another pitch up and ball 4. Third walk, second of the inning Now back to the top of the lineup, Lou DeLessio, as Logan Haslam, the pitching coach, will ask for time and go out and have a conversation with young Alex Brew. Kevin Patton said that he guessed right on what Simmons did to get on base. He was trying to play catch up with the lineup, as Connor Bowden was originally penciled in the 3 hole. He is now in the 5 hole. He is the center fielder. So just in case somebody for the Henderson Flash is listening in, which we're all for, that's fine. But here's the new lineup, the correct lineup. Brady Gold, Aiden Mouton, Christian Kuiper, the first 3. Hayden Jones, Connor Bowden, Andrew Lee, the middle 3. And the final 3 are Levi Thomas, Drew Eisenberg, and Jake Dupree. And now the meeting is over. Lou DeLessio with the pink bat and the pink leg. Guard grounded to third, over to second for 1, on to first. And that's a 5-4-3 double play. That's a pretty good conversation by a pitching coach on the very first pitch. Throws a 5-4-3 double play, and that will end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Rhythm with the early lead, 2-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Third week of missions will begin tomorrow morning. Josh Carmen is going to be leading that group. He's here, of course, in the dugout, but we'll be back, Lord willing, at around midnight or so Central Time. Hang on, I'm going to talk to our official scorer here for a second. All right, Kevin Patton coming over to make sure that I had the correct lineup. Appreciate him. So week 3 is starting 2 o'clock in the morning as the third group, Tanner Sandell and others, will be meeting to head down to the Nashville International Airport. Chase Fernandez, 2 out of the zone to one of the top hitters so far in the Ohio Valley League. Hayden Jones from Middle Tennessee State University. Hometown of Campbellsville, Kentucky, and he has to back away from that inside fastball. Josh Carmen playing ball boy again out of the dugout. As it caromed over to the Rhythm dugout. 3-0 is grounded to Merrick. Couple of hops, a loopy throw, and Blake Carter had to come off the base. Hayden Jones counted safe. Jake Merrick apparently did not want to let that throw go, so that will be an error. I'm assuming on the throw. Not positive that Blake Carter had to jump to get that ball, but he thought he did. And now Connor Bowden, the center fielder, who was originally in the 3-hole on the lineup card that I got, now batting fifth. Hayden Jones might have been walking anyway. He had a 3-0 pitch and didn't look like the best of pitches to be swinging at on 3-0. Apparently my camera got moved just down between innings. I'll try to get up and realign that center field camera. It's the second straight batter. He's gone 3-0. Eric Alexander, John Smith, and Doug Dorn. 3 on the second week mission trip. Been down there multiple times. John Smithson maybe 50. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. What are we doing playing music in the middle of a pitch for some reason? Probably doesn't help the pitcher or the batter. Hopefully that was just a misstep. 3-1. Grounded foul at the plate. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Trace Simmons. You got to get that ball, Trace. You can't let the umpire get it. I don't know what's going on. Seeing way too many catchers make umpires work. It's not what endears yourself to an umpire. On deck, Andrew Lee. Full count pitch. That's down, ball 4. So an error and a walk after Fernandez set the first 3 down in order. Andrew Lee from Loyola University, hometown Lafayette, Louisiana, and this is at least his 3rd year, I believe, to play with the Flash. I remember him 2 years ago when the Rhythm defeated the Flash right here for their 2nd straight Ohio Valley League championship. Lee looks at a pitch right down the can for a called strike. Struggling at the plate. It says he's only played 4 games. Can't believe that. Hitting .083, says he has 1 hit in 12 at-bats. Throw back to second base. Fernandez throws it to the shortstop, Cade Moore, who was not covering second base. So the question is, and I don't see anybody coming out to ask, is that considered a disengagement or is that considered a throw to a base? No chance he was trying to pick off Hayden Jones. 0-1. That's going to hit Andrew Lee, the 4th plunking of the year for Chase Fernandez. Let's see if Jimmy Gamboa is going to come out, and he is. I'm going to take a quick break and try to adjust my camera here during this timeout. Bases loaded. Levi Thomas, a DH, tried to check a swing, but either could not or it was called a strike. Did not get the names of the umpires prior to game time. Kevin Patton did not have that information. Swing and a miss. That'd be a big help to young Chase Fernandez if he could pick up a second strikeout. Hayden Jones led off the inning with a ground ball to third. Jake Merrick's throw pulled Blake Carter off the base. A walk and a hit batter have loaded the bases. Levi Thomas takes a pitch inside. Thomas attends Olney Central Community College from Evansville, Indiana. Swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. Out number one. Now double play will get the Rhythm out of trouble. Second strikeout for Levi Thomas. I wonder if Levi Thomas is also, he is not. That may be Levi Thomas's first at bat, at least according to Game Changer. That's his first at bat. Now Drew Eisenberg, two-way player and an incoming freshman. To Ren Lake, stands in, takes a strike. It's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Playing in his fourth game. Not sure if that's all as a possession player. He's got 3 hits. It's ground ball to short, slowly hit, and Cade Moore's only play is over to first. Eisenberg will pick up an RBI. And he is retired at first base. But the Flash trimmed the lead. Nice play by Cade Moore, throwing on the run. And an unearned run comes in for the Flash. Bowden moves to third. Lee down to second base as the number 9 hole hitter. Jake Dupree, the right fielder, stands in. Right-handed hitter. Takes one inside right by the belt buckle. Elizabeth McClaring rooting for Chase. His mom and dad are here, and Nana from Laverne, his girlfriend, I didn't get her name, but she is here as well. John Smithson says, up the road at the Royale, says that's a little bit nicer than the Best Western. Well, shoot. Spare no expense for the missionaries. I'm going to give you the names of the folks that are down there this week. Fernandez needs one more out. Fouls that one. Heads up inside. That one. Nice play there by the guy, the Cincinnati Reds t-shirt. That hit actually between the backstop and the roof here. Came down into the seated area. It could have been scary if somebody was sitting on that back row, but they were not. 2-1 pitch coming from Fernandez. Runners at second and third. That one's right down Broadway. Taken for a strike by Dupree, junior outfielder at Harding University, hometown McKinney, Texas. It's near the DFW Metroplex, I believe. Dupree swings and misses, and it's a Safeware strikeout to end the second. The Rhythm keep their lead. Strand 2 runners. There was 1 run. It was unearned. No hits in the inning other than the hit batter. That was Andrew Lee. 1 big error in the inning. And we are through 2, scheduled for 9 here at Henderson, Kentucky. Rhythm lead 2-1. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
The group that is returning after week number 2 said Eric Alexander, John Smithson, Doug Dorn, all three involved with Full Count Rhythm. Landon Lee, it says Landon Thomas Lee. Wilson Timothy Reese, he's very near and dear to my heart. Rylan Moses, Dean Henry Harris, Timothy Wade Harris. A couple of folks I don't know. Ethan Kelly, the son of Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly's also down there. Jonathan Stewart, a Full Count Rhythm player and a soon-to-be rhythm player. Luke Vierkant down there with his dad and brother. And Camden Angel also down there as the second week mission trip. John Paul Head, the DH, takes a called strike. So please pray for those folks that'll be traveling back tomorrow and the third week folks that are traveling down tomorrow as well. Strike as Alex Brew has just run the gamut of the top of the zone and the bottom of the zone. 1-2 pitch. Head able to lay off that pitch in the dirt. They want to check down. First base umpire says, I don't know, I didn't see it. Spread his arms out. I don't know that he was even asked by the home plate umpire. The 2-2 is down in the dirt. Swiped at by Andrew Lee, the catcher. Elizabeth called me Eliza. It could be Eliza. I don't know. Beth Bach says go Rhythm on Facebook. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to sneak on through to right field. John Paul Head with a base hit to get the third inning started. Third hit of the ball game for the Rhythm. John Paul Head is an on-base machine. Even if he doesn't get hits, he gets walks. On-base average of .641. His Turr fouls that one out of play. Somebody smoking a cigarette here nearby. I'm telling you, that does not smell good to me. Would have thought this place was a non-smoking facility. They stopped by Lee behind the plate on a breaking pitch. Jake Turr, one of the newer Rhythm players out of Tampa, Florida, playing his fourth game. Hitting .250. He's got 3 hits. Ground ball too short. Could be 2. Over to second for 1, and Turr beats out the throw. John Paul Head erased at second base for out number 1. Turr just won a Division II NCAA national championship with his teammates at the University of Tampa, the Spartans. He's now 0 for 2. Jake Merrick stands in. He grounded out the third to end the first inning. Breaking pitch. Misses. Merrick came in hitting .348. He's played in every game for the Full Count Rhythm and started every game. 16 hits, include 2 doubles. He's got a home run. So he watches another pitch go in the dirt. Thankfully, the sun has gone down to my back now. Still showing out there in right field is Jake Dupree, the right fielder. And to some extent, Connor Bowden, the center fielder, having to deal with it. Merrick has been plunked the most. There's a throw over to first. It's been hit 5 times. Parker Staborski has been plunked 4 times. Staborski has less than half of the official at-bats that Merrick has. So per plate appearance, Parker Staborski is the pincushion. 3-0 count to Merrick. Farragut Admirals, his senior year, won their third as he squares around a bunt, and that pitch is wide as he takes it for ball 4. And now runners at first and second. That's the 4th walk of the ball game by Alex Brew. Trey Simmons, who got the first hit of the ball game, steps in the transfer portal after being at Lincoln Memorial University for 1 year. 6'1", 205-pound catcher from Beach High School, from Hendersonville, studying criminal justice, looking for a new opportunity somewhere. Son of Keith and Amy Simmons. Cannot hold up on the pitch that sails outside. And 0-1. Paul and Ma in Shannon, Mississippi. Papa and Mimi, they're in Hendersonville. He's got a sister, Kaylee. Hit 346 last year for the Rail Splitters. Runner from second taking off. Pitch is low and inside. Throw down to second base. Nobody going there. So runner now at the corners. Pitch is down. Good move by Merrick to hold up as Turr swipes a bag. Third steal of the game for full count. Double steal might have been a problem there. Merrick, a late start. Now 1 out, runners at the corners. Sliced off to the right side. It might be playable. It will fall into the little pavilion, little wooden deck just past the first base dugout. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. They're playing a song that I would think would be reserved for an offensive team. I appreciate them playing it for the full count rhythm. Started to go, and they're going to check down at first base. Said he didn't go. That was pretty close. Another breaking pitch in the dirt. Trey Simmons to be followed by Nolan Sargent. If he can get on. Flied out to deep left center field. Back is Eisenberg. He's going to make the catch. And the Rhythm are going to score the 3rd run of the ball game on the sacrifice fly by Simmons. Merrick stays at first base. Now 2 out. Brings up Sargent. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Inning started off with a single by John Paul Head. He was erased on a fielder's choice. Jake Turr took his spot. Then a walk to Merrick. Stolen base by Turr of 3rd, and that's what resulted in the possibility of the sacrifice fly as Simmons drives in a run. First pitch to Sargent was a bender that he took for a strike. Say they go back to it. They do, and Sargent cannot hold up on another breaking pitch. He's down on the count 0-2. Pitch, another check, and they do not ask for an appeal this time. Blake Carter on deck, hoping to get an at-bat here in the third. Rhythm scored 2 in the second, 1 so far here in the third, lead 3-1 over the Henderson Flash. Battle for first place tonight. Tapper right to the right side. Brew off the mound. He's going to throw Sargent out on the swinging bunt. Well, Rhythm 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Head to the bottom of the third, 3-1. Full count leads.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. We're in Henderson, Kentucky for an away game against the Henderson Flash. Rhythm 9-5 on the season. The Flash 8-4. They played a couple less games. Played a doubleheader yesterday at Hoptown. Won game 1, 5-2. That was a tight pitcher's duel for about 4 innings. When I turned it on, it was 0-0. I think going into the 5th inning. And the Hoppers pretty much gave the Flash the victory there. I think there might have been 1 or 2 earned runs out of those 5 that Henderson scored. Did about the same thing, but the Hoppers got the victory as first pitch swinging Brady Gold grounds a base hit into left field. Sharply hit. 1 pitch and 1, the first hit for the Flash. Off of Chase Fernandez, out for his 3rd inning of work. Retired the first 3 batters in the first inning and then ran into trouble in the second, gave up 1 unearned run. Now Aiden Mouton popped out to first baseman in foul territory, his first time up. He stands in. He swings at the first pitch, comes up empty. Mouton hitting .419. They have 4 players come in hitting .419 or higher. Hayden Jones, Gable, Christian Kuiper, and Aiden Mouton. Gable's Braden Gable, also a Lee University Flame, as is Alex Brew. Let's see how many other Lee University players. Keelan Sanders. They have 3. There is one of, I assume, the Lee coaches that was here. He had a radar gun going. Now Chase Fernandez's dad up there. Lex is running the radar gun. Lex and Jennifer are here. 1-2 with a runner on first. Runner goes, pitch is fouled back. So Gold will have to return. It's in the rules. I don't make them up. I don't even enforce them. I just call them as I see them. 39 stolen bases for the Flash in 49 attempts. Runner does not go. Fly ball to right field. Nolan Sargent looks and backs up a little bit and makes the catch for the first out. Mouton now 0 for 2. Christian Kuiper from Bellarmine. He's a Bellarmine Knight from Elizabeth, Indiana. Threw us off when he came to the plate at the beginning in the first, as Connor Bowden was originally scheduled for that spot, according to the lineup card that I received. Kuiper flew out to left field his first time. Takes a fastball up. Young Logan Harrell walking by. Hey, that's a restricted area, sir. You can't walk through there. That's why I have my bag there. Kids running through there. You kid to me. AAA autoglass foul ball. Logan, you don't need to go get that one. That wasn't my white truck, was it? A gray GMC? Didn't need to call AAA autoglass? Give Dylan Doris a call. Kuiper with a 1-1. Fernandez delivers another AAA autoglass foul balls. He fouls that one toward the Ohio River. I mean, folks, we are right here on the banks of the Ohio River. Makes me feel like I'm at home from Cincinnati, Ohio. Just downriver is Henderson, Kentucky. Baseball field, the road, parking lot, and the river. Where in the world? I must have missed inside because it was above the knees. But it's ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hayden Jones waiting on deck, and Fernandez would just as soon face him in the fourth, see if he can get a reasonably well-hit ground ball, maybe to Jake Turr at second or Cade Moore at short. And the runner's going, so only play here is for Turr to throw on to first. They stay out of the double play, but now 2 outs. Hayden Jones, who was swinging on a 3-0 pitch in the first, grounded to his counterpart, Jake Merrick, at third, but Merrick with a looping throw over to first base, as it was too high for Blake Carter to keep his feet. So Jones reached on the errant throw by Merrick. Then later came around to score as Simmons has that one pop out of his glove. I looked down, I think it was right to him. Not sure if he's breaking in a new glove or something, but over to third goes Gold. One ball, no strike count. That's in there for a called strike. It'll be a pass ball for Simmons. No. Hayden Jones now with a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Fernandez trying to work around that single to lead off the inning. Breaking pitch misses high and away. 3 balls and a strike. Jones and Connor Bowden, both from Middle Tennessee State University, the only 2 Blue Raiders. Andrew Holmes, my intern at home games. He knows those 2 players. 3-1 pitch. Just a hair outside, and that's ball 4. Second walk. Probably not all that awful of a play. Connor Bowden, MTSU and the hometown of Columbia, Tennessee, stands in. For the runners at the corners, Jones 3 for 4 in stolen bases. As the first pitch is swung on and fouled back. Bowden 7 RBIs. He's got 1 home run. Of his 9 hits, 2 are doubles. Reaches out and pokes that one. That's going to drop into left field and score a run. Not hit hard, but just well placed. And the rhythm allow the run that they got in the top of the third to be equaled here in the bottom of the third. RBI for Bowden. He's been on base both times he's come to the plate. He walked in the second. So 2 hits in the inning, along with a walk, have produced the first run here in the third inning. 3-2 full count leads as Andrew Lee was hit by a pitch. Swings and a ball pops out of Simmons' glove again. And both runners are going to move up on another pass ball. Second pass ball of the night, of the inning for Simmons. Again, almost seems like he's trying to break in a new glove. I don't know that to be true, but that's kind of the way it looks. It's not getting it flush inside that leather. I thought that first pitch was a strike. They're showing them. It is 0-2, as he is now signaling the scoreboard operator to change the scoreboard out in left center field. That gets done, and 0-2 count to Lee with Levi Thomas, the DH, on deck. The 0-2 grounded right back to Fernandez. Adjusts his hat and underhands to Blake Carter for out number 3. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. So the pass balls do not come back, at least. Well, that first run might have, with that single, would have scored. We'll have to check it, see what Kevin Patton, the official scorer, says. Go ahead and keep it right here and give you the board of directors, our international staff, as this is finishing week number 2 of 6 weeks of mission down in Nicaragua. They're in Mazante. That's where they're headquartered, and then they travel all over to play baseball and share the gospel. Brandon Jagger's the board president. Grant Edwards is the vice president. The board currently consists of Todd Hundley, Chad Lamberth, Dave Lamarbe, and Chad Hutton. There will be 6 new board members that will begin on August 1st. International staff, I got to see some of them on FaceTime with my son yesterday. Got to see Alex Montiel and Heidel Rubio. Also got to see the MVP, Miss Carolina Martinez, the team chef. She was down there cooking up supper for the group. David Zeladon, Mario Gonzalez, Wilmer Lopez, Arsenio Rodriguez, and Norbin Gutierrez. Reader Meneses, all on the international mission staff. Of course, the staff here in the U.S., John Smithson is the director of ministries now for Full Count, the former board president. Josh Carmen, the director of baseball. Reed Glover, the director of discipleship. Todd Cox, the newest member, the director of spiritual growth. Adam Spates down in Alabama handles Full Count Ministries in Birmingham area and all of Alabama. And of course, we'll not forget Brooke Harmon, the Full Count administrator. Elmer's glue, we call her. As Blake Carter swings at the first pitch, grounds one to Hayden Jones. He throws in the dirt. Looked like it was bobbled. We'll see if Josh Carmen wants to come out. Not sure that Christian Kuiper had full control of that, as that ball was thrown in the dirt. Does not appear as though anybody coming out of the dugout to, I think the home plate umpire actually had the better view of that because I saw it. A 1 pitch, 1 out. Blake Carter now 1 for 2. Drove in 2 runs the last time he came to the plate. Now it's Parker Staborski's turn. He takes ball 1 from Alex Brew out for his 4th inning. Breaking pitch taken for a strike. Staborski playing game number 10 of the year. He's hitting .273. Got a double, 5 RBIs, swings and misses there. Walked twice, and as I said earlier, it's been hit by a pitch 4 times. Same thing he did the last time, swinging at that breaking pitch at his feet, and he is down on strikes. Brew has his number with that breaking pitch. Swinging at a pitch not in the zone. Brew has 2 strikeouts, and both of them are of Parker Staborski out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Now 2 out. Nobody on. Cade Moore. He can't hold up on a pitch in the dirt. See, starts to swing, tries to hold up, but can't. That's strike 1. Moore, a rising grad student at Trevecca, started his college playing career at Kentucky Wesleyan, takes a breaking pitch that loops in there for a called strike. Brew looks like he's settling in now. Cade Moore, 6 foot, 175 pound infielder, outfielder from Terre Haute, Indiana. Scott and Amanda Moore, his parents. Grandpa and Grandma. So that one's grounded to Hayden Jones. He throws high. That's going to go to the fence, and an errant throw is going to allow Cade Moore to reach first. Both errors by third basemen for each team on throws to first. And that will extend the inning for Lou D'Alessio, who is 0 for 2. Cade Moore, both sets of grandparents in Terre Haute, Papo and Mima. I did determine that it was Cade that wrote it down, P-O-P-O-E. He said that's how he spells Papo. I said, okay. D'Alessio takes ball 1. Hope they're listening in Terre Haute, near French Lick in Brazil, Indiana. Brew delivers the 1-1. D'Alessio waits on the breaking pitch, fouls it back. Not everybody. Playing the song, Everybody Clap Your Hands. I'm not going to do it. Told me on the bus ride he is just committed to St. Peter's in Jersey City. The Peacocks, he said. I said, surely they're the Fighting Peacocks, as that ball gets by Lee, and down to second base goes Cade Moore on the wild pitch. So an error and a wild pitch have Moore in scoring position. He said, no, I think they're just Peacocks. From Middletown South High School, the son of Lou and Bridget D'Alessio, brother to Ella and Max. Poppy and Dee Dee there in Red Bank, New Jersey. Poppy and Grandma in Eatontown, New Jersey. And Lou apparently had 2 strikes on him as he swings through that breaking pitch, and I think he'd like to have that swing back. Probably that entire at-bat back. So the error does not hurt the Flash. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 4th, Rhythm with a slim 3-2 lead.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Put it up there if you want. Pull that back out and then pull it back out and then pull this whole thing. There you go. Put it up there. New pitcher on the mound for the Rhythm, Eli Lamb, out of the Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Eli from LSU Eunice is actually from Franklin, Tennessee. Centennial High School, 6'5", 230-pound right-hander. He's a redshirt sophomore going back to LSU Eunice. He will face Levi Thomas, the DH, starting off, and his first pitch is just a bit too high. Misses glove and everything, hits to the netting. Levi Thomas struck out in his first plate appearance. Lamb on in relief of Chase Fernandez. Dials it down a little bit and still outside the zone. Locked up on the left side, playable. Cade Moore over and just in fair territory. He has to make a little jab leap or a jab step and a leap back to the infield to haul that one in, but it's a PO6 in my scorebook. For out number one, Drew Eisenberg stands in. He grounded out in the second inning, drove in a run. Left-handed hitter. Lamb, the son of Eric and Nicole Lamb, pours in a strike as Eisenberg squared around to bunt. Pawpaw's in Princeton, Kentucky. I wonder if he has come to the ball game. I'm not sure how far Princeton is from here. Pops and Mimi there in Lexington. Nana is in Richmond, Kentucky. Those are not close. Todd and Melinda Neal, part-time host family. Todd Neal is the mentor to Eli Lamb. Again, a big shout out to Todd for his assistance tonight, getting our internet up and running. I've never seen a red light on the front of our internet router before. He said it's not receiving the signal. That one's fouled back. That goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fernandez, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. Only one of those is earned. Walked 2 batters. Struck out 3. And he faced 15. Lamb gets the swing and a miss, and Simmons digs it out of the dirt, and he's going to have to throw it down to first to finalize the out. Well, that is 2 in a row for Eli Lamb, and that's a Safeware strikeout. Put out goes to Carter, though. assist to Trace Simmons. Now the 9-hole hitter, Jake Dupree, stands in, takes a called strike. Dupree, a strikeout victim to end the second inning. This is to the Flash dugout, and now Lamb ahead in the count, 0-2. Fouled in and out of Trace Simmons' glove. Had it momentarily. Couldn't squeeze it. Brady Gold, on deck batter, retrieves that foul ball. Dupree coming in, hitting 111. He's got a couple of hits. They're both singles. He's played in 6 games, scored a run, walked once, struck out now 11 times. In the dirt. Got on the body of Trace Simmons, but if Dupree had swung at that one, he would have reached first base. It carried him over to the rhythm on deck area. Lamb might have been trying to step on one, throws another one in the dirt, and it's going to be another throw to first base, and Carter is able to do the dance move. He originally started with the left foot on the bag and finishes with the right foot. A Safeware strikeout. Precarious. But a 1-2-3 inning for Eli Lamb. And we will go to the top of the 5th, 3-2. Full count with the lead. We'll be right back. On the Full Count Broadcast Network, as Mario Gonzalez has checked in. Says, let's go full count rhythm. He meant, let's go full count ritmo.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Top of the 5th we go. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors that are in the Dudek Communications printed program, H&T Carpet. Chad Cook over at H&T Carpet at Northgate Business Parkway in Madison, Tennessee. He's been a multi-year supporter in the program. The local lemon also has an ad in there, and they show up as one of our dessert food trucks. Appreciate H&T Carpet and the local lemon. Two, 3, and 4 due up for full count, facing Alex Brew in his 5th inning. Head has reached both times he's come to the plate, walked in the first, singled in the third. Now ahead in the count 2-0. UAB, 6'1", 215-pound rising sophomore from Vestavia Hills, Alabama. He's an accounting major. Takes a pitch in there for a called strike. Son of Paul and Leanne Head, brother to Ryan, Pop and BB, Papa and Yee, all in Hoover, Alabama. Takes another strike. That might have whispered at the outside corner. It was definitely above the knees. I am a pretty good position to check the low strike. I am below grade. Sitting at least. The Full Count Ministries Full Count. Stay tuned. Near the end of the game, we'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Appreciate one of the Railroaders fans last game throwing one in. That's a shot to the shortstop. Well hit, gets off the glove of Brady Gold and caroms into left center field and head reaches. I'm assuming that, well, they're going to give him a hit. On the scoreboard, I wonder if Kevin's asking the guy right next to him. Official scorer says error, and I agree with that. It's an error, baby. Ryan Sweeney says that's a hit. I don't agree with that. Swing and a miss by Turr. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter how hard it is. That was a nice little hop right to Brady Gold. And he just missed it. Hit right off his glove and went in the left center field. If it was hit a little farther to his left or right, that's going to carry him over to the dugout, and we'll get into the dugout. Dead ball, and John Paul Head will have to stay at second base. He was heading over there. I wrote single. Scoreboard and the official scorer, believe, are wrong, are not in sync. Check that here in a minute. One is in there for a called strike. Official scorer does rule an error. So second error of the ball game for the Flash as another ball pops out of the glove of the catcher, but Head does not attempt to advance. But 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Turr. He grounded out. Pitcher shortstop to first. They tried to turn the double play, but throw from the pitcher to second base was offline as this ball is grounded down to first. Turr is out 3 unassisted.
Now batted, number 8, Jim Barrett.
Head moves over to third with a 1 out, so a productive out. Time called as Logan Haslam will come out. I'm not sure if we might have a pitching change here. He's taking a slow walk. There is some activity down there and players coming out of the dugout, so we will have a pitching change. We'll take a break and be right back right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Flash, number 25, Eli Gregory, freshman from Hanover University. Hometown White House, Tennessee. It does not tell me what high school he went to. Could have gone to White House Heritage. Maybe he went to Davidson Academy like J.C. Myers did. Bet you if Jay Myers is listening in, he might know. Eli Gregory on for his third appearance. It's his second in relief. He's thrown 6 2/3 innings. 3 hits, 2 runs. They were not earned. Walked 5, struck out 6. He has plunked 3 batters. He's another left-handed pitcher, and he'll be on to face Jake Merrick with a runner at third and 1 out. Here in the 5th, John Paul Head reached on an error, hit a ball hard, but it was a one-hopper just right to the left of Brady Gold. Had him a nice, sweet hop, honestly, and he just clanked it. Rhythm players sitting behind home plate, Ryan Sweeney and Chase Fernandez, Logan Harrell, and Hayden Choate. Sweeney said that was a hit. Official score, Kevin Patton says no, and I agree with that. First pitch from Gregory is down low to Merrick. Merrick with a ground out and a walk, looking to pick up an RBI and give the Rhythm a 2-run lead, or maybe even more if he can drive one out of the ballpark. There's a slow breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Got a pitch to hit right there and just missed it. Brad Swope says White House Heritage. They were in the, as does Jay Myers. Both of them chime in. Brad Swope, I guess, does some athletic training for White House Heritage. They got into the state tournament this year. And Merrick, he's going to take another plunking. That one got up on him pretty quick. I don't think he's going to need you right here, Brad. 6th plunking of the year. He's going to have to get that. It's what it is. It's that 8 back there. It kind of looks like a target just flattened out, apparently. Now runners at the corners. And Trace Simmons stands in. He's 1 for 1. Driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. Takes a called strike. Andrew Lee's throw back to Gregory, the second one that was no ace bueno. First one, Gregory was able to snag near his shoe tops. This one, he was not. That's a ground ball base hit in the left field. Simmons has got an RBI on the single. And the Rhythm lead 4-2. That's an unearned run charged to Alex Brew. First hit of the inning, second hit for Simmons. He had 4 of them, along with John Paul Head and Nolan Sargent. Each had 4, as Sargent strides to the plate right now. He can close the book on Brew. He went 4 1/3 innings. Gave up 3 hits. Get the rest of his line here in a minute. Sargent takes a strike that whispers at the outside corner. On its way by. Second RBI of the game for Trace Simmons. Merrick down at second as that pitch is high. Another breaking pitch. This one catches the outside corner. And again, Lee's throwing it at Gregory's shin. Gregory's a pretty tall dude out there. He might be about 6'4". I guess I'm kind of hard on catchers, being a former catcher. That's a line drive in the left field. That's going to get down. They'll probably hold the runner as Eisenberg comes up throwing right to the cutoff man. Merrick had to hold up to see if that ball was going to be caught. It was a line drive, but got into that 5.5 hole, and the bases are jammed full of Rhythm players. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Old Hickory Bats. Sargent now 1 for 2. Also reached on a walk and scored in the second. Blake Carter have not had a grand slam this year, as that pitch catches the hollow of the knees for a called strike. I'm going to go ahead and use my yard card right here. Say that Blake Carter's going to send one out of here. He hits one high out to right center field. That is deep, and that is up the face of the wall. Nearly picked up a grand slam. Here comes the third run, or the second run. Ball gets by the catcher, and a runner is caught in a rundown between second and third. They're just going to go ahead and tag him out. That is Blake Carter, who picks up the double, drives in 2 runs. He was thinking that Sargent was going to go on and score, but Sargent ended up stopping at third base. He drives in American Simmons. I nearly got the first yard card. Have I put too many? I have not. There's a run. Ball that gets by the catcher. They're going to throw, and it's a bad throw. So the wild pitch scores Sargent. Take him off the board. Put him right there on the ball 1 to Parker Staborski. I believe Carter out in the rundown. Staborski takes a pitch down, and he's 2-0. Back-to-back-to-back hits for full count. If you count Jake Merrick's hit by pitch, 4 straight. Staborski underneath a high fastball. Comes up empty. A warning track card for me. That's right. That's right, Joe. Popped up and out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Let's see if a guy makes a catch. He does not. I lost my yard card, but it was a double and 2 runs batted in for Blake Carter. The 2-1 pitch to Staborski. He lays off the breaking pitch. I got 2-2, actually. There we go. It is a Full Count Ministries full count now. We'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game toward the end. Go to fullcountministries.com. See all the ministries doing for baseball players all around the world. Ball 4 to Staborski. Eli Gregory has ridden the struggle bus since he has entered the game. He's actually not retired a batter. He's hit 1. He's allowed a single, and a double. Did get an out on Blake Carter overrunning second base, and then walks Staborski. It brings up Cade Moore. Do not click on any links in our broadcast. I have no idea what that link is. Do not click on it. We do not put links in our Facebook or YouTube broadcasts. A little bleeder out to shallow center field. A diving catch by Aiden Mouton going away from the infield. Put a star by that one. What a play by Aiden Mouton to end the top half of the 5th for a full count, but they put 4 on the board. On 1, 2, 3 hits, there was 1 big error. And we'll see how many of those runs are earned. No runners left on base. Rhythm leads 7-2 here in Henderson, Kentucky.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
So Firefighters Association called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. J.C. Myers out of the bullpen, Columbia State. 6'3", 205-pound rising sophomore for the Chargers. Played his high school baseball at Davidson Academy. He's from White House, a right-hander, son of Jay and Tina. They're listening in on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Brittany, Alyssa, and Ashlyn, maybe not. No grandparents, he told me today. Evan Jones is his mentor. Eli Lamb goes 1 inning. Does not allow a hit, a run. He doesn't allow nothing. Couple of strikeouts. Faced the minimum 3 batters. JC to face the top of the flash order as he loses his lid and the pitch is low. JC's 3rd outing of the year. 2nd outing much better than that 1st outing. Hoping that this one mirrors that 2nd one. Misses with the breaking pitch. Now total of 2 1/3 innings. 1 hit, 3 runs. Earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Plunked a batter. Looking to improve that ERA. Missing with 3 to Brady Gold here in the bottom of the 5th. Full count with a 4 spot in the top of the 5th to take a 7-2 lead. Henderson scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. Lamb shut him down in the 4th. 3-0 pitch at the knees for a called strike. Myers pitching from the stretch, gets a swing and a miss. The ball gets through the wickets. On deck batter Aiden Mouton, our bat boy tonight, ball boy. There is a ball boy, but he must be in there having a popcorn or something. Comes out, says to Aiden, my bad. Don't be too poor to pay attention. Full Count Ministries. Full count to the leadoff batter, ground ball to 3rd. Merrick has that one go right under the glove and into left field. 2nd error of the ball game for Jake. Definitely not a ministry here for the Henderson Flash. Folks that are running the PA and the little sounders and stuff. It's it's a pretty cutthroat outfit up here. I'm glad Tim Ferguson, our PA man, and Mark McDaniel over the last 4 years didn't stoop to that kind of tomfoolery. Ground ball to Merrick. Over to 2nd for 1, on to 1st, and not in time. Mouton hustling down the line. And Mouton reaches on the fielder's choice. Nice delivery there. Almost a little slow. Jake Turr getting to 2nd base. The ball was hit so quickly, but he received the throw and was able to step on the base, throwing on to 1st. But Mouton gets down the line pretty quick. He made a really nice catch to end the Rhythm 5th inning. Now left-handed hitting first baseman Christian Kuiper stands in. He's 0 for 2. That ball gets in the dirt, and Simmons snags it before Mouton got a good head start toward second base. Don't know that Simmons would have had the ability to pick it up and throw it quickly enough. But Mouton did not attempt to advance. Couple of looks from Myers, and he delivers right to Blake Carter off of his glove. He's not going to have a play. It's going to flip to Myers, but I was shielded by that one, but that was an absolute seed. And I think Blake Carter had to I'm looking at the official score to see what he says. See if he looks at me. Hayden Jones stands in. He is still contemplating. I can see it in his demeanor. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Jones reached on an error and walked. Looks at a breaking pitch over the inside corner for a called strike. He has not ruled yet, according to Game Changer. Chopper foul. Third base coach. Unknown if that's Brandon Boxer or Cody Schultz. I know it's not head coach J.D. Arndt. And I know it's not the pitching coach Logan Haslam. Brandon Boxer, former player for the Henderson Flash. Just don't remember what he looked like. 0-2 pitch. Myers looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder. It's instead a swing and a miss and a Safeway strikeout. Out number 2, first strikeout. They count that as an error down there at first base by Blake Carter. So the third error for full count, second in the inning. That ball was stroked pretty good, but I can't really offer an opinion because I was shielded by a catcher and umpire and batter. 3-way shield. The ball's going to come over here after we're taking a big bite of Connor Bowden. And the bases are juiced. Second hit batter of the year by Myers. That'll bring up catcher Andrew Lee. Lee was hit by a pitch by Chase Fernandez, then grounded out back to Fernandez. He's 0 for 1. Myers with a breaking pitch smothered by Simmons behind the plate. We'll also have toward the end of the game, the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. Title sponsor, Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Todd and Linda Hunley, big time supporters and very extremely generous people. Todd on the board of Full Count Ministries. Now Myers misses with ball 2, pretty far outside. Trace Simmons pops his mask and trying to settle JC down. Here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Breaking pitch. Felt good coming out of the hand, I'm sure, from JC, and he delivers that one right over the plate. I think he's called Drew, is what I'm hearing. I think on his team. Ground ball to third. Myers on 2 hops, and he'll have the easy play over at third base to end the inning as Myers gets the ground out. So a fielder's choice by, I think they do call him Drew, not Andrew Lee. Just now finding it out 3 years into his career here at Henderson. So 5 unassisted retires Kuiper. No runs, no hits, 2 errors in the inning. They do not come back to bite, and 3 flash left on. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm trying to knock off the Flash here at home. Lost the last time they were here as Lou DeLessio will lead off. Top of the 6th inning for the Rhythm. He's 0 for 3, looking to get his first appearance on a base path. Takes ball 1 from Eli Gregory, who came on in relief in the 5th inning for Alex Brew. Brew's night over, 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Alessio will take one at the knees for a called strike. Lots of little bugs here in Henderson, right next to the river. Gregory winds and delivers fastball in the dirt, all artificial or all natural surface here. Full Count Rhythm with the only artificial field in the Ohio Valley League. That is just the infield, of course. Alessio sees one wink at the outside corner. Strike 2, says our home plate umpire. Rhythm defeated the Flash 7-2 at home back on June 1st. Lost here at Henderson. Ground ball to second. Mouton gloves and throws. Alessio now 0 for 4.
Number 9, John Paul Head.
John Paul Head stands in. He's got a hit, 1 for 2. Reached on an error. Hit a hard ground ball to Brady Gold. Glanced off of his glove. Thought he had a decent enough hop to be able to make that play. Gregory's first offering low. Rhythm and the Flash playing for only the 3rd time this year. Another fastball spiked. Drew Lee. Give the umpire a little time. I guess the ump must have taken a little bit of that. Of course, the Flash won the championship last year when the Rhythm were in the Prospect League. Henderson finished the regular season 22-17. The only team better than that was Madisonville. They were 23-17. So they won the regular season, but Madisonville lost to, that ball's hit out to center field. Connor Bowden not going to have any trouble with that. 3-0 pitch is thrown out to center field. Now 2 outs. Madisonville very disappointed, I'm sure, as they lost to Fulton Railroaders, who finished the regular season in last place, 13-25. They were 4 games behind Hoptown at 17-21. It was a 5-team league last year, and of course, Full Count coming back into the Ohio Valley League after the 1 year in the Prospect League, and I'm sure everybody involved with the Rhythm happy to be back in the Ohio Valley League. Jake Turr is at the plate. He's 0 for 3, looking for a first knock. 2 out. Trying to get aboard for Jake Merrick. Scoreboard says 7 hits, but I think official score says 6 hits for Full Count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the Rhythm, second baseman from Tampa, Florida, University of Tampa Spartan. They'll get a Full Count Ministries full count. Official score says 7 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Full Count. 2-2-2 for the Flash. Ball 4. And a 2-out walk. Second walk of the game by Eli Gregory. He's also hit a batter. Three of the runs charged to him as Jake Merrick, who was hit right in the middle of the 8th last time. Throw over to first. Turr is back. Rhythm with 3 stolen bases tonight. Trey Simmons, Nolan Sargent, and Jake Turr, who's on at first base, have 1 apiece. Not a bad time to go ahead and take off with Merrick at the plate, although Jake's in scoring position when he steps up. Already used my yard card. Can't use it here. Blake Carter nearly made me 1 for, 7 or whatever I've used. And a timeout called as Logan Haslam, the pitching coach, strolls out of the dugout. Not sure if I can see down at the bullpen for the Flash. If I can, I don't see anybody getting loose. But this was a slow walk. See if we can get you some more of our sponsors in our program. Century Steel, I keep forgetting about mentioning. They're a big full-page ad over there, Century Steel is. My buddy Keith Hopper and the rest of the Hoppers, Claude and Cadiddle, as they provide customer service by the ton. A steel erection, crane rental, and machinery moving company in Hendersonville. Been in business a long time. Since 1965, that's almost as old as me. Provided Middle Tennessee with the best possible steel erection, crane rental, and rigging services. They're located right down the street at Center Point Road. There's a BP station there, Center Point Barbecue. Go down there past the, what do they call that? Holy Cow Mulch place. That's where I get my mulch. Go see Shay Siegenthaler pitch in the dirt, and that mound meeting was of no value. Count now goes 3 balls and no strikes to Jake Merrick at 2024 for a Tennessee Baseball Coaches Association All-State selection. He and Dawson Sweeney. I believe, Spencer, you told me he was a TBCA All-State selection in the Division II as Merrick squares around the bunt, takes a called strike. No intention of bunting. Spencer Yu at Ensworth, a TBCA All-State selection as well. 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game for Merrick. He now has 17 on the season. John Paul Head picked up one earlier. He now has 18. So between two rhythm players, we got 35 walks. That's a lot of walks. And Merrick's been hit 6 times. John Paul Head's been hit 8. So 843 free passes delivered to number 2 and number 4 hitter in tonight's lineup. Trey Simmons been hot. Runners are going. They're going to throw to second. And the back runner, Merrick, is going to be thrown out. Tried to surprise Drew Lee, and he throws a dime down to second base. And I don't know if on review that would be the call, but there's no review here. 2-4, Merrick caught stealing Turr, does not get credit for a stolen base. So one runner is left aboard, no hits in the inning. Rhythm got a little bit greedy there. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Not sure what happened, but apparently we are short catchers here. Trey Simmons, nobody came out to warm up J.C. Myers in between innings as Simmons was at the plate when Jake Merrick was thrown out. I know Landon Ward is here. Jackson Cothran not here. And, of course, Jonathan Stewart is on the trip that's coming back. So good chance that Landon Ward is down in the bullpen catching somebody who might be getting ready in case J.C. Myers needs some help here in the 6th. Rhythm scored 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 5th. Henderson with 1 each in the 2nd and 3rd. Rhythm lead here 7-2. See if we got any scores from other action. Fulton Railroaders at Paducah. And Fulton is leading that game 3-1. So they bat in the bottom of the 6th. The Chiefs do. And see Madisonville and Hoptown. Game must already be over. 4-3 as first pitch swinging Levi Thomas comes up empty. Hoptown defeated Madisonville. Got a run late in the game in the 8th as fastball stepped on and spiked. Winning pitcher in that game, Powell. And Eddington had to have There's no way Powell gets the win if they score the deciding run. Trey Simmons wondering where that pitch was. He didn't even get a glove on it. Looking out at JC saying, what are we doing here? I don't know if maybe there's a chance these two guys may have played some summer ball together. Same age and live near each other, Hendersonville and White House. Tapped at the plate. That caught a piece of Simmons. That goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Levi Thomas struck out in the second, popped out to the shortstop. In the fourth, batting for the 3rd time here in the 6th inning. The 2-2. Slow breaking pitch catches the outside corner, and that's a Safeware strikeout. Second strikeout of the ballgame for JC. Drew Eisenberg, an incoming freshman to Rend Lake, coached by Chris Modelmog, former Belmont assistant coach. It's been a few years ago, probably about 20. Eisenberg takes a called strike on the outside corner. He's got an RBI ground out, and he has struck out. He's 0 for 2. 2 hits in the ball game for the Flash. Scoreboard here says 3, but one of those official scores says was an error. Nice breeze coming in off the river. Coolestale. Breaking pitch. Gets down into the dirt. Simmons tried to keep it in front of him just in case Eisenberg took a hack at it, but could not keep it in front. But Eisenberg did not attempt. On deck, Jake Dupree. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Blake Carter will grab that one nonchalantly and flip it to somebody in the Flash dugout. Myers comes set and delivers. Another pitch in the dirt, and Trey Simmons is saying, what? He's about tired of taking balls off the shoulder. Breaking pitch just landing a little bit too far outside. Tough life being a catcher, especially if somebody's got a sharp breaking pitch and they get a lot of swing and miss on a ball in the dirt, relying on your catcher to stop it. Eisenberg, a two-way player, is also a pitcher heading to Rend Lake. From Bowling Green, fouls that one. That caroms everywhere. Off the pole, off the roof, through a glass partition. Somebody's going to need to call AAA Autoglass. They don't do just Autoglass. They'll do bathroom mirrors as well. Slow roller and grabbed by Myers and underhand tossed to first base. We're out number 2. Good job by Myers to get off the mound. Fielder's position. Jake Dupree, strikeout victim the first 2 times he's come to the plate. Stands in with 2 out and nobody on. Again, if you see a link and on either Facebook or on YouTube, do not click on it. We are not putting links on our social media there. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Myers came on in the 5th inning, had to pitch around a couple of errors. And a hit batter. Did get a ground out on with bases loaded as he is delivering that slider in there on the inside corner, and Dupree has taken 2 of them inside. If he does it again, he's going to go have a stroll to the dugout to get his glove and head back out to right field because it'll be a strike 3. 0-2 pitch coming. See if he goes right back to it. He does. Slow roller to third. Merrick charges gloves, throws on the run. That's not going to be in time. Infield single for Jake Dupree. Third hit of the ball game. Tough play by Merrick. He had really no chance. Made a nice attempt, though. Came in gloved and threw on the run. Right on target to Carter, but Dupree able to beat that one out. Beat it right into the ground on that breaking pitch that was just below the knees. Myers trying to get the swing and miss there. Brady Gold, he's 1 for 3. Reached on an error. A ground ball that went right through the 5-hole of Jake Merrick last time up. Starts Gold off with a fastball at the letters for a called strike. I want to thank Cross Driven Construction and Brandon Shell. Their loyalty and their sponsorship of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. Also, Myers Front Porch, Mary Schaefer Gore and Corey Langford, right there at the entrance of DC3 as you're coming into the ballpark. Gold, the leadoff batter, takes a pitch that misses somewhere. Had to have been outside. It was not up or down. Looked like it was belt high. Apparently just a hair outside. Myers struck out Thomas looking and got a weak ground ball back to the mound. First 2 batters, then a squibbler down the third base line. As Dupree reached on the infield single. Now Brady Gold, top of the lineup. As they try to crawl back into this, down 7-2. Runner does not go. The breaking pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. First 3 years in the Ohio Valley League, Full Count was 8-3 against Henderson. Through the first 2 years, they were 3-3. They went 5-0 against Henderson in the 2023 season, winning that last game right here. Swing and a miss. Pops out of the glove of Simmons, and he's going to throw down to first base. And another tentative play there, but a Safeware strikeout ends the inning. And the third, 2-3 to finish the strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're 2/3 of the way through this one. Rhythm with a 5-run lead, and they'll come to the plate with the old Hickory steel press bats right after this message.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Grace Simmons, Nolan Sargent, Blake Carter to face Eli Gregory. Now for his second full inning of work. Got the last 2 outs of the 5th inning. It took him a while. Faced 6 batters to get those 2 outs. Gave up 3 hits, a walk and a hit by a pitch. On in relief of Alex Brew. Trace Simmons has been productive every time he's been to the plate. A couple of singles and a sacrifice fly. Top of the 7th inning. Takes ball 1. Going to get to our full count rhythm day in history after this half inning. Folks have enjoyed that, I've heard. Sometimes we'll do an alumni spotlight. In a way, Drew Lee throws the ball back to Eli Gregory with some pace. 3 balls, no strikes. But he did throw it right to where he needs to throw it. Gregory was staring right in it. The 3-0 breaking pitch sails high and wide, and Simmons reached base for the 3rd time. 4th walk given up by Gregory. That's the 8th walk of the game by Flash pitching. And Nolan Sargent, who's 1 for 2, scored twice, also walked, stands in. And a single through the left side last time he came to the plate. And he's got another single here. This goes to the right side. Bobbled by Dupree, but Simmons cannot advance. Runners now at 1st and 2nd. Nolan Sargent getting hot with the stick. Jumps on the first pitch after Gregory goes 4 outside the zone. That'll bring up Blake Carter, who nearly hit the first grand slam of the year for the Rhythm. Face of the wall in right center field, drove in 2. Takes an off-speed pitch up. Blake Carter from Lipscomb University. Tapper right in front of the plate. Throw down to first, and nice slide there by Christian Kuiper as he had some nice footwork. Good play by Lee. I thought that got a piece of Carter, but it did not. It's a swinging bunt, and the runners move up 90 feet, but there's the first out. So a 2-3. Moves Simmons to 3rd and Sargent to 2nd. Now Parker Staborski walked the last time he came to the plate, struck out the first 2, stands in with runners in scoring position at 2nd and 3rd, and he had plenty of time to think about that breaking pitch. Swung on and missed. Fooled on that one. Not fooled by that one. That's lined into left field. That's going to score 2. Parker Staborski with a 2-run single. Put Rhythm up 9-2.
Number 2.
Staborski with a couple of RBIs. His 6th and 7th as Cade Moore stands in. 2 hits in the inning. Throw over to first, Staborski back. And he will swipe a bag if you're not paying attention. Nice block by Drew Lee on the fastball down low. Paige Conley Smith rooting for Braylon Hall. I believe he's number 30. Oops, wrong camera. We'll get back to that one, and you got to see a called strike on the outside corner. Moore 0 for 2, walked, reached on an error. Hit a little flare in center field that Mouton made a very, very good catch with his back to the infield. diving catch to end the fifth inning. 1-2 pitch is grounded to the plate. That will allow Staborski cruise on down to second base. A wild pitch. Drew Lee wants to have a chat with Gregory. I assume they're talking about pitch sequencing here, or at least the signs. Moore taps one foul. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time for Cade to get his first hit of the ball game. He's collected a dozen hits and swings and foul tips that into the glove for strike 3. Just couldn't get back to that zoom angle quick enough. Sorry about that. I'll blame him myself. Lou DeLucio, leadoff batter. Swings and misses. Lou just took a trip back home to go on the visit to St. Peter's. Said he also visited his mom. Lays off the second breaking pitch after swinging and missing at the first. He's 0 for 4. Lou came in hitting .229. 8 hits. Got a home run. This is not going to be one. That's into right field over is Jake Dupree, and he's going to make the one-handed grab for the final out. But the Rhythm pick up 2 more runs on the RBI single by Parker Staborski, driving in Trace Simmons and Nolan Sargent. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 7th, we're going to keep it right here. It is time for our Full Count Rhythm history lesson or spotlight. And we're going to go way back 4 years ago today. On June 20th, the Rhythm traveled to the Franklin Duelers in Franklin, Kentucky. Defeated the Duelers 8-3. Winning pitcher in that game ended up being Drew Robertson, one of the mentors this year. He played for the Rhythm for 3 years. Started at Freed Hardeman and finished up at Catawba D2 school in Salisbury, North Carolina. Drew had 2 innings pitched in that game, 2 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 2. He came on as the first reliever. Dalton Kendrick, a left-handed pitcher out of the University of Memphis, got drafted by the Angels in 2023. Tried to look up to see how Dalton Kendrick's doing now in the minor leagues, but I see nothing for Kendrick 24 or 25, so I'm not sure if he's recovering from an injury or what, but Carson McClure, Peyton Sells, and Hunter Steger were the 3 additional pitchers in that game, 1 inning apiece to preserve the win. Gunnar Ricketts and Matthew, all he does is bats. Got doubles in that game. Christian Smith, the young freshman heading to Vanderbilt at the time, had a home run, 2 hits, and 3 RBIs in that game. So exactly 4 years ago today, and I checked in 2022 and 2023 in the Ohio Valley League, the Rhythm did not play on June 20th. One was an scheduled off day, another was a rainout. As we have a call to the bullpen for Full Count. Let's see if I can get my roster out here. Some of these guys I still don't know yet by face. Peyton Vaught is out of the Rhythm bullpen, the Hendersonville Firefighters Association. Call to the bullpen thanks to Chris Williard, the folks, the fine Hendersonville firefighters, for sponsoring this segment. Vaught is a 6'2", 205-pound rising sophomore at Virginia Military Institute. From Amelia, Virginia, the son of Robert and Carrie Vaught, brother to Anna and Jack, grandson of Papa and Nanny in Lynchburg, staying in the host home of Eric and Tina Stewart, and a former VMI cadet, Jack Thompson, is his mentor, as he is on in relief of J.C. Myers. Two, 3, and 4 due up for the flash, and the first pitch right down central for a called strike. During his warm-up tosses, balls were going everywhere, so wasn't sure where that first one was going to go. Second one, same spot, foul back. Oh, got bit by some huge bug. My right scapula. Looks like I got hit by a pitch. Newton 0 for 3. Hopped out, flew out, and reached on a fielder's choice. Batting here in the bottom of the 7th, down by 7. Vaught loses his lid and throws ball 2. Peyton's 6th appearance out of the bullpen, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits. He tried to overthrow that one and missed down with Full Count Ministries full count. Giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those are earned. Walked 6, struck out 7, has plunked 3 batters, and does have 1 save and a 3.86 ERA. Strikes out Mouton at the knees. That's a Safeware strikeout. See if we can get you the line for J.C. Myers here in just a second. Christian Kuiper 0 for 3 stands in. First pitch to Kuiper on the outside corner for a called strike. And 0-2. Vaught needed to get somebody in the batter's box before he dialed in. Did go full count, I believe, and a foul straight back. Stay in that groove right there, Peyton. Keep chucking in strikes. Myers 2 innings of relief, 1 hit. No runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Long pause by Vaught, and now he delivers. Got down into the dirt. Kept in front, but took another bite out of the catcher, Trace Simmons. He'll be happy to have Jackson Cothran or Jonathan Stewart, somebody to get back, give him a break. Myers did plunk a batter. Ground ball to the right side. Turr stays in front of it. Gloves and the easy throw to Carter for out number 2. Hayden Jones strides to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. Strikeout, reached on an error. Third straight start of a batter with a strike. This one's fouled off. AAA autoglass foul ball. We've got offices here in Kentucky, Tennessee, New York, Texas, the Carolinas. So there's this nice slider in there. Maybe the first slider breaking pitch that he's thrown for a strike. Third batter that he's gone 0-2. That breaking pitch does not entice Jones to swing. Jones hitting over 450 coming in, I believe. Ground ball. Cade Moore comes on and gets a nice hop and a nice throw over to Carter. Good thing Vaught did not get a glove on that one. He flared at it. But a 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Vaught. V as in Victor. Ought. And a good inning for the VMI Kedet. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for the Henderson Flash, Colin Wolf, Southern Indiana University product, a right-hander from Evansville, Indiana. On in relief of Eli Gregory, who went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs. They were earned. Walked 4, struck out 1, plunked a batter. Faced 16 rhythm batters. John Paul had Jake Turr and Jake Merrick to face the new right-hander. Wolf out for his 4th appearance, all in relief, delivers a strike to John Paul. 1 for 3, scored a run in the 5th inning. Had a base hit, grounds this one to Hayden Jones at third. He gloves and a strong throw across the diamond. Gets hit for out number 1. Jones does have 1 error already today. It was, I believe, a throwing error, my recollection, in the 4th. Jake Turr looking for his first hit. Chopper to short. Brady Gold on a couple hops and a submarine throw to first as 2 are out here quickly in the 8th inning. Couple of ground balls to the left side. Wolf's delivered 5 2/3 innings coming into this game. Well, does have 1 save, 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. And Jake Merrick at the plate. Thought about swinging at the first pitch, did not. It's a called strike. If he had and gotten out, that would have been a 4-pitch inning. Merrick's walked twice. Been hit by a pitch and grounded out to third. He's now down in the count 0-2. Slider in the dirt. 5'11", 200-pound rising sophomore at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. son of Jim and Angie Merrick, brother to Hunter. Grandpa in Naperville, grandma in Hastings. He grounds that one into right field. Let's see how that one goes. I don't know if there was a play being able to be made by the first baseman or not there. We'll go and see how that is scored. Trey Simmons getting his shin guards off and coming to the plate. Trying to watch the replay. I think that's probably going to be a single. Got to the left of the first baseman. Simmons does not take a hack at a pitch right down the middle. Need to find me a system or another iPad. Foul ball out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. We got to keep bouncing back and forth on Game Changer between the box score and the stats. Not able to print up my stats for each game like I have in the past. Breaking pitch lands a little high for ball two. Merrick is credited with a single. Then that first base line. Wing and a miss, and down goes Simmons on strikes. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the eighth. Two more shots for the Flash here in the 15th game of the year.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association called to the bullpen. Corbin Crosby, a new left-hander on the mound. An incoming freshman to Trevecca. 6'3", 195 pounds from Franklin, Tennessee, attended Lipscomb Academy. They're state champs. He was also a 2025 Division II 2A all-state selection in the Tennessee Baseball Coaches Association. Son of Drew and Melanie Crosby. His little sister Camden. And Grandpa lives in Birmingham. Pops and Nana, they hang out in Franklin, Tennessee. As Corbin Crosby comes on, I believe this is his first outing. I have nothing on Corbin Crosby, so his first appearance in a Rhythm uniform. He gets a ground ball to the right side. Blake Carter's got the glove and tag, and he does. Good job there by Carter to tag out Bowden heading to first base. So Crosby, 1 pitch, 1 out. Peyton Vaught, a 1-2-3 inning of his own. Strikes out 1, does not allow a base runner. Drew Lee takes ball one. Right-handed hitting catcher. Next pitch right down Broadway. State champion Lipscomb Academy Mustangs. Did the TBCA showcase on Wednesday as he gets a swing and a miss on that fastball. He's stepping on that baby. There's some pop in Trey Simmons' glove right there when he delivers. I got 1-2 on my scoreboard. They've got 2-2 on the scoreboard. Doesn't matter. That's a swing and a miss and a Safeware strikeout. First of his rhythm career. 6 straight flash batters retired. Levi Thomas been retired all 3 times he's come to the plate. A couple of strikeouts and a pop out. He's going to face a left-hander and get a first pitch in there for a called strike. Rhythm trying to get back on track and reel off a number of wins. Breaking pitch stays up. Rhythm won that game 4 years ago, 8-3, in case I didn't say that. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch in the dirt. They're swinging a miss on a ball in the dirt, and Trey Simmons is going to get his 4th assist on a Safeware strikeout. Back to back strikeouts. And another 1-2-3 inning for Rhythm. We'll be right back for the last inning, the top of the 9th. When we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft-serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Alan Wolf for the Flash to face Nolan Sargent, Blake Carter, and Parker Staborski. Right now, Blake Carter, the leading candidate as the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game for the 2nd time in a week. Sargent's got a couple of hits as well. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Been on base 3 out of the 4 times he's come to the plate. Scored 3 runs. Carter has not scored a run, but he's driven in 4. That ball is smacked down the first base line foul. Jonas Smithson, he doesn't want to get in the way of that. First base coach for the Rhythm. Carson Howard a little more likely to try to field a ball, but standing pretty close to the dugout is that off-speed pitch might have been a changeup from Wolf, misses outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Carter drove in 2 runs with a single in the second as Sargent swings through. And there's a strikeout victim, the second strikeout for Colin Wolf. Got an E at the end. That's for class. Blake Carter, he's got an E at the end of Blake. That's just how you spell Blake, or Balake as some spoof pronounce it. Drove in 2 with a single. He dumped into right center field. And he tries to get the same one here. Pops this one in the right center, but Aiden Mouton will give way to Jake Dupree. Makes the catch for out number 2. So Carter now 2 for 5. Flies out to the right fielder. Now Staborski, who picked up a single and 2 RBIs last time he came to the plate. 1 for 3. Swings through a breaking pitch. Cade Moore on deck, hoping to get an at-bat here in the top of the 9th. Rhythm lead 9-2. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. Rhythm 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the 5th, 2 more in the 7th. Single runs in the second and third for the Flash. They trail 9-2. Good take by Staborski there. Swings through another breaking pitch, and he is down on strikes. 1-2-3 inning for Colin Wolf. 9 runs and 10 hits for the Rhythm. I got 3, 6, 9 hits officially, according to Game Changer. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 9th. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Bottom of the 9th we go. Corbin Crosby back out to finish this one off. Not a save situation, but he's pitching into his second inning. Game was started by Chase Fernandez. He goes 3 innings, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs. They were not earned. Eli Lamb came in, pitched the 4th. J.C. Myers the 5th and the 6th. So we'll see how Kevin Patton scores who gets the win. In my opinion, it's probably going to be J.C. Myers, as he did pitch the 5th inning. Corbin Crosby dotting out there for Full Count. He dots another one to Drew Eisenberg, a couple of incoming freshmen to their respective schools. Crosby to Trevecca, Eisenberg to Rend Lake as he tries the breaking pitch. A lot of sharp break on that, but not even close to the plate. Eisenberg, Dupree in the top of the lineup for Henderson. On the outside corner, and Eisenberg's going to go have a seat after getting a Safeware strikeout. That's the third of the game. 3 out of the 4 batters that he's faced, he has struck out. One swinging and a ball in the dirt that Trace Simmons has to throw out at first base. And the next one looking. Jake Dupree struck out twice, had an infield single the last time he came up. Our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game is Blake Carter. 2 for 5, 4 RBIs. Congratulations to the Lipscomb Bison, Blake Carter. Swing and a miss on a 1-1. Let's rear back and just fire it. Did Corbin Crosby, double C. BC, Blake Carter, son of Clark and Kimberly Carter. Brother to Caroline, grandson of Granddaddy and Grandmama in Kingsport, Tennessee, Grandma and Marie, Nana and Peepaw Mitch. They're all in the Tri-Cities area. Swing and a miss, and another Safeware strikeout. 4 in a row for Crosby. Now the top of the order as we'll get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game to be found in Philippians 4:8. We get to that right after this pitch to Brady Gold. Leadoff batter. He's got 1 hit. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off. Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Thinking right now about a game-ending strikeout. That's Philippians 4:8, the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. 0-2 pitch is high and away. Drama. Rhythm with a touchdown lead. Trying to close this one out. Swing and a miss, and Corbin Crosby strikes out the side and strikes out the last 5 batters of the ball game, and this one belongs to the Rhythm. A game that takes 2 hours and 50 minutes to conclude. The Rhythm, the first team to 10 wins. They're 10-5 and take over, I believe, first place. As Henderson Flash, they fall to 8-5, so there's no doubt about it. As the Rhythm get the 9-2 victory. We'll have to close up shop and get the stuff into the car quickly. So great outing for Full Count. We'll be back home tomorrow night to take on the Hoptown Hoppers. We'll be broadcasting live right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. For John Smithson and the Director of Ministry and Head Coach General Manager Josh Carmen, this is Tim Ray saying God bless you. Thank you for watching another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.